Okay, here we are. I have this tier list of every star in Mario 64. Um, and so here's the tiers that I've got here. I have 8 tiers here, and I'm putting neutral just below in the middle because I think generally I've had a positive impression on each of the overall the stars in Mario 64 I think are pretty good. Um, so yeah, for this tier list, I'm just going to go through each of the stars and discuss basically how I feel about them all. And yeah, first you have this one here, King Bob-omb on the summit or whatever. I don't actually remember what they're all named, but these images should help me remember what you do for them. And I think this is a good first star, I think. It gets you used to the mechanic of grabbing and throwing enemies, which is going to be important for Bowser and perhaps other enemies later on. So I think overall, it's a good way to introduce grabbing. King Bob-omb is quite slow, so it's not going to be that hard. I feel like it's not too hard for any beginners, so I think it's okay, I guess. It's not like too much fun because it's the very beginning of the game, but I don't know. I feel like it's a good first star at least. Compared to all the other stars, maybe it's not so good, but I think as a first star, it's pretty good. Then we have the race with Koopa the Quick. And Koopa the Quick is kind of slow here, which can lead to sitting around being bored. I don't know. I feel pretty neutral about that one. I don't hate it, but it's not like super fun either. This one, I believe, is just shoot to the island in the sky. Basically, just talk to a pink Bob-omb and then get there. It really is not that much. It feels pretty neutral to me. I don't know if I'm going to be sorting these tiers, but I do feel like I like it a little more than Koopa the Quick. But it's nothing too special. This one is 8 red coins on Bob-omb Battlefield. For a first level, I think they're not too bad, too hard to find, but they're also not like super easy to find. I'm not sure what the best example of like a level where they're easy to find is, but I don't feel like they're particularly super easy to find. But I think that does make it fun, in a sense. Like I would put this probably in good. Like I don't know, it's kind of just enjoyable running around and going to all the different places, and it's not like too hard to find the red coins, but it's also not so easy that it becomes less fun. Then this one, Mario Wings to the Sky, you get the 5 coins in the center rings. This requires that you get the wing cap, and so the wing cap requires 10 stars to access. So I don't know how much I like the idea of having to like get an upgrade and come back later, but especially for the first level. I feel like if it's a later level, like I know in Hazy Maze Cave there's one where they want you to have the metal cap. I feel like that's fine. But for this, I don't know if I like it as much. Also, just like once you actually get the wing cap and do this star, the wing cap is not super easy to control if you're new to it, and I don't know. Like, I guess this is a good way to get you used to the wing cap, but I don't know if it's like super fun to me. I don't know. I'm gonna say it's not for me. Like, I don't hate this star by any means, but I just don't feel like it's done in the best way it could have been. I don't know. I feel like I'm trying to articulate my thoughts about this, and maybe I'm not doing the best job here. But yeah. Behind Chain Chomp's Gate. Now, this one, if you know what to do, it's really not bad at all. The problem is, how obvious is it that you're supposed to do that for this star? And I don't know. It's kind of a secret that I don't know if it's very obvious at all. Um, I mean, I've grown up watching speedruns of this game, and even though speedrunners do different stuff, don't do the intended way for this star, I still feel like I've definitely had myself spoiled. It wasn't like ever hard for me to figure this out. So I feel like I should clarify for this tier list. I'll probably be trying to judge them based off of the, first of all, how fun it is to do the platform, like the difficulty bits, and also just like the puzzle bits, because a lot of these stars become a lot easier once you actually know what it is you're meant to do, but it may not be an easy or fun puzzle. And this is one where I feel like it's really not bad at all, if you know it. I don't know. I feel pretty neutral about this. I maybe a little more positive, but like I don't mind it. But yeah, I do want to keep in mind just like the intended way of discovering how to do that, and if it's good, which I don't know. I'm probably rambling on way too much about this. Bob-omb Battlefield 100 coins. As far as 100 coin stars go, it's actually quite manageable because it's really hard to die on Bob-omb Battlefield. In my opinion, I feel like you have to be really unlucky to die on Bob-omb Battlefield. And so it's not so much an issue of just get through the level without dying. Like many 100 coin stars end up being make it and get 100 coins without messing up and dying. This one is more just search for 100 coins, and especially with the cannon and the coins in the sky, sure, it might take you a while, but it's nothing that's too unmanageable. I feel like this one's okay. I don't know if I would put it in good, but this one's definitely okay. Yeah. Princess Peach's Slide, pretty fun. Yeah, I really don't mind it at all. I think it's good. And doing it in under 21 seconds is like just the exact same. It's just do it in under 21 seconds, which if you're trying and you get a little good at the slide, like it doesn't require that much effort to get it in under 21 seconds. I think both of these stars, it's just fun going down the slide anyway, and it's got the banger tunes music going with it. I'd say it's good. This one, you go to the top of Whomp's Fortress and fight the Whomp. I think it's a fine boss. I don't know how much the game tells you about ground pounding and stuff, or just expects you to know to do it, but I don't know. I feel like it's okay. Whomp's Fortress is always just fun to climb up anyways. This one, I would say it's even more fun because you get to the spot where Whomp's Fortress is, and then you go up even more. Dare I put this in the fun tier? I feel like the top tier, super fun, and the lowest tier, horrible. I feel like these two extreme tiers are going to be quite empty. It's going to be more of a like thickness towards the middle. I don't know. Might have multiple rows for these inner tiers. I don't know. Like I might even put this in good, just because climbing Whomp's Fortress is always fun. It is a great level. The thing is, generally, with Bob-omb Battlefield, it feels like you're just running around, and with Whomp's Fortress, it feels like you're jumping around. And to me, it's more fun to like jump around and gain height, like and doing all of that stuff in Whomp's Fortress. I just feel like it's more fun. Um, and so, for example, with King Bob-omb, you get to the high point and then fight the boss. Same thing in here, but I feel like the level is just more fun in general. Um, and then you get to do even more with this star. It's good. Shoot into the Wild Blue, I think this one's called. I mean, it's not too bad. You just line up a cannon shot essentially, and then get the star. It's all right. It's okay. Red coins on Whomp's Fortress. These ones, I feel like they might be hidden a little better than in Bob-omb Battlefield, although I don't know. It is a lot more of a challenge of, well, just being better at platforming, especially with the two on the floating islands at the top. It's definitely an issue of something where you could fall off and die. You're at a greater risk of death, but it's still not super high risk. I don't feel like it's that likely. I don't know. I don't know. This one is pretty good. I might even. I don't know if I'd say it's super fun, but I enjoy it. Um, yeah. This one, you take the owl and you direct the owl into the cage. I feel like this one's okay. It's a little more interactive than just taking a cannon. Although you could literally just do the cannon shot into this cage. It has been done. And but the intended way is to use the owl to get yourself into that cage, and yeah, it's okay. Yeah, I'm trying not to refer. I'm trying not to refer or reference speedrunning strats because that's a whole other thing that I don't have experience with that. I just have experience with casually playing this game and doing all the stars, and I'm trying to look at it through the casual player's lens. This star, you knock off the corner of the wall and then get the star. I feel like unless you know what you're meant to do, it's not super obvious that you're meant to do this. But it's fine. It's okay. Yeah. I don't know. I'd probably put it here. It's okay. And then the 100 coin star for Whomp's Fortress. This one, I don't know how easy it is to like miss coins and miss getting the 100, but it does seem like a step up from Bob-omb Battlefield because at the very least you can fall and die. It's easier to die in Whomp's Fortress, but I feel like Whomp's Fortress just as a whole, traversing the level is more fun. I'd say it's good, maybe even fun. I don't know. I like getting coins. Yeah. See, I feel like I want to put more stuff in the fun tier because there's so many in good tier, but maybe I shouldn't base it off of that. Just, I don't know. I mean, all of these I can change as I go. I feel like I could, at any point, just... This 8 red coins one might end up being in the fun tier. I don't know. Aquarium. I feel pretty neutral about this one. I'm not a huge fan of the way Mario swims. But it's a good introduction to the way Mario swims. And because you're getting red coins, it's not going to be easy to drown in this level. Yeah, I don't know. It's at least a good way to introduce a player to how Mario swims, I suppose. This one, you enter the sunken ship and then do the chests in a certain order. Um, and the thing is, unless you know the specific order for the chests, you're just basically doing trial and error. And I don't know if I like that idea of just doing trial and error and hoping that you get it. I feel like it's maybe not for me as much. Maybe even below there. I don't know. It's just I feel like it's not necessarily for me, I guess. Um, can the eel come out to play? This one, I don't know. I feel like you're supposed to chase the tail of the eel and get the star, but I feel like it's quite easy to just accidentally run into the eel or get too slow and not catch up to the eel, because the eel goes back into its hole quite fast. I don't know. I don't like this one as much. This one, like the sunken ship one, it's just basically doing trial and error with chests. Although this time you're not underwater, so it's more bearable because you can move around faster and try things out faster when you're not underwater. But yeah, still, I would say it's not really for me. 8 red coins in Jolly Roger Bay. These red coins, I don't feel like they're that hard to find. You just look under the clam shells or whatever and make it onto the ship. And there's maybe 1 or 2 others that you have to look out for. It's fine. I don't know. Neutral to me. This one, you shoot off onto one of those pillars and then get the star there. It's another one where it's just you make a cannon shot and then you do it. It's okay. I don't mind cannon shots. It's just it's not like, I feel like there's more interesting gameplay to be had in Mario 64 than just lining up a cannon shot. Yeah. This one is into the through the jet stream from Jolly Roger Bay. And yeah, so after doing the sunken ship one, I think you can just get this one. And it's all right. I don't remember if it's hard to get the star through the jet stream. Because at least the 5 rings are not bad. But I know at least in Dire Docks with Through the Jet Stream, it's way easier to get the star if you get the metal cap. But you're not expected to have the metal cap here. So I feel like it's easier to get. I feel like it should be. I don't remember. This one is pretty neutral to me though. You just maybe on the lower end of neutral. You just swim through rings and get a star. It's not that interesting to me. Now this one is 100 coins in Jolly Roger Bay. Now the thing with Jolly Roger Bay is that it's the level with the least amount of coins. And so you're going to need to be pretty careful with the coins in this one. But on the other hand, it's not super easy to die, I feel like, because if you go to the surface of water, you get your health back. And I don't feel like it's that hard to just survive through this level. You just make sure you get the blue coins and you're fine. It's neutral. I don't know. The individual rankings between tiers might be up for debate. This might be a little higher or a little lower. I don't know. I'm not thinking too hard about this, although I feel like maybe I am because I'm just rambling a lot. But that's kind of what I'm here to do. I just made this video because I wanted to ramble about the stars that I liked and didn't like in Mario 64. Now that I've done all of them, so make our way to Cool Cool Mountain. We have slide. You go down the slide. No pressure of doing it fast. and once you're done, you just go out and get a star. I feel like the slide levels are always fun. This one's probably more fun, I would say. Yeah, I would maybe even put it there. This one, you get the lost penguin from the top of the mountain, bring it down to the bottom of the mountain, and yeah, it's all right because instead of then taking the slide inside, you take essentially a slide down the outside of the mountain, and kind of just gets you used to how the outside operates. I feel like it's pretty good. I don't know, like obviously I'd like to not have to escort like a penguin everywhere, and I'd like to just do it myself, but it's fine. I don't mind it really. Might put it behind this because Womp's Fortress is just fun to go around. This one, I don't know. I feel like this one is just the same as this other slide one, except it's a little less fun if you lose, right? It seems like it's quite easy to be too slow, but it's fine. You're still just going down the slide, and I feel like the slide's always fun. So, yeah, I don't know. Red coins on Cool Cool Mountain. Now, the ones on Cool Cool Mountain are pretty well hidden, especially for being early in the game. And I don't know, it seems like it's okay. It's not like incredibly fun to go around getting them, but it's fine. Like, I don't mind getting the red coins. It's just that they are quite well hidden compared to the previous levels. Now this one, you get the snowman's head. You give the snowman's head a body and roll it down the mountain. And you have to be ahead of the snowball to show it where to get it. It's neutral to me. I don't know. Wall kicks will work. Now this one's like on the back side of the mountain, essentially. I don't know. You can get there from above, but you're, I think, intended to just use a cannon to get there. And then you do some wall kicks. Wall kicks are always fun. I'm thinking if I have the 100 coins here, it's not that different from the red coins in Womp's Fortress. Anyways, yeah, wall kicks will work. I think it's a fun one. I just like doing wall kicks. And especially in a situation like this where there's no pressure or anything, there's a heart at the bottom if you happen to take fall damage. It's all fine. Yeah. Cool Cool Mountain 100 coins. This one is really not too bad because you basically just do the slide and then you get some extra coins, but it's not even that big of a deal to get the extra coins. And you can always warp back to the top of the mountain to go down and get more coins again. So I feel like this one's not too bad. It's fine. Yeah, I'd probably put it here. Maybe even ahead of Little Penguin Lost. This star is the 8 red coins for Bowser in the Dark World. Now, the red coins in the Dark World are maybe a bit harder than what I would want for somebody who's new to... If you're new to the game and you just have 8 stars, like, I feel like the red coins are quite well hidden. But, I don't know, I feel like it's fine. Well, like, I shouldn't base it off of, like, is it too hard for early in the game? I should base it off of, is it fun, I think. But, I don't know. Like, I feel like it's generally kind of fun. It is quite easy to mess up and fall, though. And that's true for pretty much any of the Bowser levels, red coins. And yeah, this one's, I don't know, it's good. I feel like I'm putting a lot in the good tier. There's going to end up being a lot in this bit right here. Maybe not so much that I didn't like, although as we get later in the game, there's definitely going to be more that I don't like. But that's for later. I do like the early levels in Mario 64. I think they are well done. And, well, as you can see, Jolly Roger Bay I didn't like as much as the other levels, but it's fine. Never been the biggest water level fan. That's just me. The wing cap, red coins. First of all, I just want to say that it's not very obvious how to get to the wing cap level unless somebody like tells you how to do it, right? Like you just have to look and you have to notice that there's a light and be like, "Huh, let's look at it." Like I don't know. It seems not that obvious to me. And then getting the red coins is like it's harder than it needs to be. I really don't think getting the 8 red coins needed to be that difficult. Because honestly, if you mess up and miss even one of the red coins, like you just don't even really have a chance to go and try again. I don't really like the red coins star for this because it seems like it is really tight to get those red coins. This one, you go around the first floor of the haunted mansion and then fight the Big Boo at the end. I think it's good. Like it introduces you to the haunted mansion, and I do like the haunted mansion. Gets you used to how to fight the Boos and how to fight the Big Boo, and just yeah, it gets you used to the level in a good way. I think that's good. This one, it feels like you're just doing the same thing, but then you go into the merry-go-round or whatever. I don't know what they actually call it in the game, but you go to that spot in the lower area. It's, I don't know, this one's okay. Probably put it like right there. I don't know. Now this one, you get the haunted books on the second floor, and you just put the books in a specific order. And there's only 3 books. It's really not. It's not punishing when you fail, and there's also not that many options. So even for what they are trying to do, I just feel like it's not as fun. Like I would have more fun with these treasure chests. I feel like, but I don't know. It's not like it's bad, but like I don't know. Maybe it's not for me. It's really simple. I don't know. I feel like they could have done more with it. I guess is what I'm trying to say. Red coins in the haunted mansion. I think this one is fun. Like, I just like going around the mansion and. Okay, sure, the piano's scary, I guess, but whatever. I don't really care myself. I don't care that much. And you just get the 8 red coins, and none of them seem like they're that hard. I mean, maybe you wouldn't notice the one behind the piano at first, but I feel like if you just go into every room and thoroughly search them, you'll get the red coins, and well, I think it's fun going through the mansion. This one is the Big Boo on the rooftop, and I will say the rest of getting to that Big Boo is fine, but actually like doing stuff on the rooftop, getting to the star where the star spawns, I feel like it doesn't need to be that difficult to climb the roof. And it's really easy to just go a little too far or not far enough and fall off. I don't know. This one's not really for me. Probably put it there. I don't know. This one is Eye to Eye in the Secret Room. You take the Vanish Cap and go into that secret room and destroy an eye. I don't know. I think it's okay. It's neutral. Yeah. I don't know. I don't really have much to say positive or negative about it. It's another star, and you use the Vanish Cap to get there. This one is the 100 coins in Haunted Mansion. I think because of how many boos there are, it seems like it's quite easy to just, you kill the boos, and then you get your blue coins from them. And there's a lot of coins in this level, and you just go around. I think it's good. Yeah. MIPS. This is the first MIPS star. And MIPS is quite hard to catch. At least if it's your first time and you haven't done it yet, it is quite hard, and it can definitely be frustrating. But I don't know. I feel like if you're just patient, you're gonna get it eventually, right? You corner MIPS and then just eventually get it on the way back. I feel pretty neutral about it. Toad 1. I don't know. I don't want to say that it's like fun, but it's not bad by any means. I'll always accept a free star, and it's just a nice reward for actually like talking to the toads and like getting to know the castle. Maybe it's okay. Put it here. I guess it's okay. Metal Mario, red coins. I don't know. I feel like this level, the red coins are fine. Yeah, I don't really have a whole lot to say. That it's okay or good. I might put it here for now. I don't know. The red coins are good, and it doesn't feel like it's that hard. So yeah, I'd say it's good. This is Swimming Beast in the Cavern. This one, I don't know. It wasn't exactly for me personally. I don't feel like it's the easiest thing to get on top of. I think Plessy is the name of it. Apparently, you can ground pound on its back, and then it'll like lower its head so you can get on its head. And apparently, like the way Mario is facing kind of controls the way it moves a little bit. And it's weird, and I don't know, not exactly for me. 8 red coins in Hazy Maze Kid. I didn't really like this one. I just, well, this platform with the arrows, it's an interesting concept, but I don't know if it was done well here. It's not obvious that you're supposed to like break open the boxes to get red coins, and then you've got the eyes that could shoot things out at you. You're probably not going to take damage, but I feel like it's just unnecessarily like hard to figure it out. I don't know. And then there's the second level where it has like essentially an elevator sort of thing that takes you to get the other 4 red coins. I don't mind the red coins being split up. I just feel like it's not at all obvious that there's like another place you can get to. I don't know. Maybe it is obvious, but I just feel like red coins could have been done better. I didn't really like these ones. This one, you basically just get the Metal Mario cap and then go through the water quickly. I don't know. It's okay. I feel pretty neutral about it. I already have 2 rows of good and neutral. Hopefully, it'll be okay to keep it like this. But if I have to move more into the outer tiers, I can. This one is... Both of these, you go through the toxic maze and find some exit to get to a star. So, I'm just going to assume that this is the one where... Because one of these, at the end, you're supposed to, like, climb on this, like, railing sort of thing on the ceiling, and climb around on that and get to a star. And I don't know which is which technically, but I'm gonna say that is this one. And this is just the basic one where you get to this door and then you basically just climb an elevator and get the star right away. I don't really mind the toxic maze at all. You just gotta be observant and notice those ledges that you can go into, and either backflip or side flip or triple jump or whatever into them. And yeah, it's fine. I think it is okay. This one, I think it's a little less fun when you get to the end with the like ceiling that you climb across the things. And especially if you just happen to like go to the very edge of it where you can climb and then you happen to just like fall. You fall into a hole and lose all that progress. It's not as fun. So that one I'm going to say not for me as much. I don't know. But the rest of it, it's okay for the rest of it. This one, watch for rolling rocks. It really... This one was, I guess, the first puzzle sort of star where I didn't really know that this star was like... I don't know. I didn't know what I was supposed to do for this star. So I got this one a bit later after figuring out what you're supposed to do from the internet. And actually doing it, it's really not too bad. You just do like 2 wall jumps. But yeah, I feel like it's really easy to miss the fact that there's a star next to the rocks there. And watch for rolling rocks isn't even really a good hint that you're supposed to look around there. I don't know. Not for me, but it's fine. It's pretty neutral, because once you actually know what to do, it's really not bad, but like, yeah. Okay. Hazy Maze Cave, 100 coins. The thing with this is that they're... well, let's see, the blue coins in the maze, it's not super obvious where the blue coins in the maze go, but once you figure that out, it really, I don't know if it's too bad getting through. It is, I feel like it is kind of easy to just, like, die, though. I mean, it's not like you're going to be dying left and right, like you would be in other levels later in this game. But it is quite easy to just accidentally slip up and, like, fall into a hole in the beginning, or, I don't know. There's just... And I don't know how easy it is to miss coins either. But I do feel like you have to be pretty thorough in Hazy Maze Cave. This 100 coin star is not as much fun. I would put it, like, here. Now, Boil the Big Bully, it introduces you to, well, bullies and how to fight them. And I think that's fine, but I feel like it's extremely easy to just get cornered by the bully and then, like, just end up... You mess up once and then you get punished, like, once or twice, maybe even, for it. And I don't know. I feel like you can only fall into the lava so many times before Mario just dies, and it may not be. I don't know. I don't feel like it's super fun fighting the bullies anyway. You know, they knock you back, and I feel like you have to knock them back quite a few times to get them into the lava. It seems a bit tedious to me. This one, it's not for me. And then this one is basically the same thing, but you just do more of it. Like, no thanks. I don't really like it as much. Like, yeah. Um, okay. I don't know how many stars we've covered. I think there are 12 in each row. In which case, there are like 10 rows. I'm almost halfway through, I think. This has been kind of long, but there is also 120 stars. And if I spend 30 seconds on each of them, it'll take an hour. So, yeah. But I digress. Here we go on to the red coins in the 16, 15 piece puzzle or whatever. I think this one's fine. Like, it's probably the easiest red coin star ever. Because even if you happen to, like, fall into the lava as one is moving across, you're getting red coins. You're going to get the health back real fast. So, this one's okay. Yeah. I don't know. It's fine. This one, you do red hot log rolling or whatever. This one, I feel like it's just like, well, you have to get past. You have to either get past bullies or you have to fight bullies to get there. And I feel like it's easy to just take damage from falling into the lava just doing that. And then you do the log rolling itself, which it's not super fun to me. I'm gonna say this one's not for me. Yeah, it's just a little more treacherous, and it's not super fun to me. This one, you go into the volcano. Both of these, you go into the volcano, and then this is the one where you basically just like jump around and take pulls. This one, you just take the elevators. I think this one is quite fun, actually. Maybe the bottom of the fun tier, but I do like it. I think it's fun. This one is less fun. I actually feel pretty like neutral towards it. Because you just wait on the elevator and then you jump when it's time, right? This one is 100 coins in Lethal Lava Lands. Now, you can get 100 coins without entering the volcano, but it does become easier when you do enter the volcano. It is really easy to just mess up somewhere, and it just becomes really hard. And it can become quite a process if you end up messing up a lot. If you mess up on the bullies and they corner you, then it's really easy to just die. I don't know. I might even say I didn't like it. Now that I'm thinking about it, I don't know if I really liked the Hazy Maze Cave 100 coin star either, but I feel like it wasn't as bad as Lethal Lava Land 100 coins. Okay. I might tidy this up just to make the tiers a little more even later, of course, but yeah, I don't know. Shifting Sandlands, here we go. You have Klepto in the Towns of the Big Bird, you grab the star, and then you make your way to the specific side of the level to get the star. Basically, you just have to make your way to the top of one of the pillars and then get the star. And I don't know. I just feel like traversing Shifting Sandland isn't that fun anyways. This one's not bad, but it's not really for me. Just yeah. Um, this one, you basically just climb the pyramid. This one's a little more fun, especially because you can just like use the wing cap or use a turtle shell even if you rather. Although I feel like it's quite easy to bonk with the turtle shell and just fall into the quicksand. But this one's better. It's neutral, okay. Yeah, probably okay. I'd put it like here, probably. This one, you go into the pyramid and then you climb the pyramid. Now, the pyramid itself, I think, is quite fun. And it's not as punishing as the outside because the quicksand there doesn't kill you instantly. This pyramid's fun. Yeah, like I'd actually probably put it here. Like the outside of Shifting Sandland, I do not like, but the inside, the pyramid, I do like it. I think it is fun. Now, this one, you have to stand tall on the 4 pillars, and then you go in from the top, and then you fight a boss. And I feel like the boss, it's really easy to accidentally get pushed off. I fell off when I fought this boss a few times. Neutral, or maybe not for me, I don't know. Probably just neutral there, low neutral. Yeah. It's an interesting boss fight to be sure, but it's not that interesting. Well, it's an interesting concept. The gameplay isn't that interesting, I guess is what I'm trying to say. I don't know. I feel like I'm bad at articulating my thoughts here. Here, 8 red coins in Shifting Sandland. The Shifting Sandland red coins are stupidly well hidden, and I don't really like them. 4 of them are in the air, and you just have to be good with the wing cap, and the wing cap is really hard to control. I didn't really like this one. I'm probably going to put it below this wing cap one. I did not really like it. Pyramid puzzle. This one's okay. It's not super obvious, but I also feel like it's fun once you actually do it. So probably just gets okay for me. I don't know. We'll probably just put it there. I don't know. Shifting Sandland 100 coins. Now this one, you can't get them all from the outside. You also can't get them all from the inside of the pyramid. So you have to do some of both. And also, if you happen to mess up and die in the pyramid, you spawn back in the middle of the pyramid, and I don't think you can leave the pyramid. So that's fun. Anyways, yeah. This is similar to the 8 red coins, in which you have to do a lot of dumb stuff in the outside, and then you do more stuff on the inside. And the inside is more fun, but I don't exactly like this one. Its redeeming quality is that you go inside the pyramid and you do some fun stuff there, and there's actually quite a lot of coins on the inside. But yeah, it's not my favorite 100 coin star, to be sure. Vanish Cap. This one, go to Vanish Cap, get the 8 red coins. The first few red coins are really not too bad, especially if you take your time. The later red coins are a little harder. It's easy to just mess up your jump or mess up the timing and just fall off. At the very least, if you do fall off, you don't lose lives, and you spawn right next to where you enter the Vanish Cap area, so I think it's fine there. I think this one's pretty okay. I'd put it towards here, probably. It's okay. Now, I haven't put a star in super fun or horrible yet. I might have to change that later. We'll see. Dire Docks, board browser sub. You just swim around, and then you, board browser sub. It's nothing too special. It's pretty neutral to me. Yeah. This one is chests in the current. You've got the current constantly pulling you. So while you're trying to figure out the order of chests, you're constantly being pulled in. And especially the chest that's like right next to the current, it's like really easy to just like not swim right and go into the current. I don't exactly like this one. Yeah. This pole jumping for 8 red coins, it's quite tedious. You're not going to die doing this star, almost definitely. But it is a long process. It is a process, and it's, well, it's, I mean, some of the pole jumps are okay, but I feel like it is pretty boring. I'm going to put this in the not for me tier, probably towards the top because it's bearable, but like it's just slow. This one is through the jet stream, and you do it through the jet stream on the other side where you're not dealing with a current trying to pull you in. I guess you didn't really have a current trying to pull you in with this manta ray or anything, but yeah, you just go through 5 rings, just the same as in Jolly Roger Bay. Like, I don't know if I should put this one so close to this other one, but like genuinely, it's like the same, really. This one is, I guess, a little easier to get the star because you have the metal Mario suit, possibly, and you can just sink down and get the star. But yeah, whatever. This one is 5 rings following the manta ray, and it's definitely harder than just swimming straight down, but it's also not too bad. Probably just put it there, not for me, I guess. This one, you gotta have the metal cap and vanish cap, and then just take it into the water and get the star. It's not really that much of a process. I don't know, pretty neutral to me. I guess maybe you do have to be a little fast, but I don't feel like it's that tight. Maybe that's just me, but I don't feel like the timing was that tight on that one. Not like, I guess the vanish cap for eye to eye in the secret room is kind of tight timing, but yeah. Dire Docks 100 coins. I don't like this one. There needs to be more coins in Dire Docks because it is super easy to just, like, I don't know, mess up. Well, the other thing about Dire Docks is that you've got this current, right? Constantly pulling you in. And then, like, after doing board browser sub, there's the other current that just pulls you to the outside of the castle or whatever, if I remember correctly. And that's also not fun. And really, like, you have to do these red coins because there's too few coins in Dire Docks. There needs to be more coins to make it not as painful, and also it's just like incredibly easy to just mess up and die. I would say in Dire Docks, getting the 100 coin star is really easy to mess up. So I would even put it below 15 Sandland red coins or 100 coins. I might even put it in horrible. Yeah, for the first horrible star, sure. Yeah, I do not like this star. It is not good. Yeah. Well, the other thing is that, okay, so if you enter the level from board browser sub, these little moving poles aren't going to be there to get the red coins. But if you enter any other level, there is going to be that extra current in the second area, and that's not fun. So yeah, it sucks. Bowser in the Fire Sea, red coins. This one seemed a lot like Bowser in the Dark World red coins, although it is a lot easier to fall into the lava and just I guess if you fall into the lava, you could recover that, but it is easy to just die to falling in lava, like you would die falling off into the void. Um, I don't remember the coins being particularly different or interesting. I don't know. Not that the red coins in Bowser in the Dark World were particularly great, in my opinion. I feel like Bowser in the Sky has the best red coins of the Bowser levels, in my opinion. Um, this one is just okay. Like, it's a Bowser level and it's fun going around it, but like, I don't know. Just put it here. Where did I put the first? I put the first one in good, and I mean maybe I agree with that, but I might even want to. I don't know. It's fine, I guess. Um, Toad in the second floor. I'll always accept a free star. um, Now, uh, I don't know which order of Toad stars I want to do. The Toad stars that are earlier in the game, it's I don't know. I guess maybe I like the later ones better because it's like an easy start in the midst of all of the hard stars. After you get like 50 stars, you're probably going to have a whole lot of hard stars left. You're going to have gone through basically all the easy stars. But then here you have this Toad giving you a free star. It's like really nice. But at the end of the day, these Toad stars are nothing special. You just talk to Toad, you just press A bunch, but I will always accept a free star. This one, I'm gonna say it's either not for me or didn't like. Maybe I'll just put it here for now. The idea with this one is that, well, you have to like make your way up to the snowman, which is kind of its own ordeal because there's the moving snow ridges that like you have to traverse and jump around, and it's not super easy to do that. Then when you get up to the snowman, there's this icy platform, and it's blasting out this icy wind, and you have to take shelter behind the penguin. And the penguin, as funny as it is that it like moves backwards, it's also really annoying to just lose all that progress because of it. Um, yeah, so I don't know. I don't exactly like it that much, but definitely not as bad as some of these other 100 coin stars and whatnot. Um, Chill with the big bully. Um, this one is really not too bad. I don't think it's not. It's not any worse than any of the other bullies ones. It's honestly pretty neutral to me. Um, yeah, probably. That's probably where I'd put it. I don't know. Into the deep freeze. This one, I do gotta say that like I feel like the devs did a good job of making this feel like a maze that's like not super easy to tell where you can go. And I think that's a good thing. With this specific instance, it's a small maze. It's not like frustratingly long, and it does kind of make it confusing where you can go. And so I think it's good. Um, yeah, I don't know where to put it exactly. Maybe there. Yeah. This one, which I believe you just twirl off of the. Yeah. Twirl off of one of these, go over the edge into the other place to get a star. You just have to know that you can do that movement. It's pretty neutral or okay to me. Um, yeah, I would say pretty neutral. Or well, no, it's okay. Whatever. Probably here, but I don't know. Um, Red coins. So for this one, you basically have to do that same process with this previous star that I looked at. But instead of getting the star, you get the Koopa Shell, you get the red coins, you just shred. I think it's always fun to move around with a Koopa Shell. This one's pretty fun. Probably put it there, but it's always fun. Koopa Shell movement is always fun. I like it. Into the igloo. Now, I at first had a really hard time figuring out just how to get to the igloo, but once you can manage to get into the igloo, it's really not too bad. You just do the vanish cap and you get stuff there. This one is pretty neutral to me. Yeah. Snowman's Land 100 coins. I don't remember this one being that bad, especially because I went into the igloo. If you go into the igloo, there's a lot of coins there, and you get, I think, infinite vanish caps in there. So you can take your time and get all the coins you need from that area in the igloo. So yeah, then you go outside and you just, there's a lot of enemies in Snowman's Land, and they'll give you coins, especially if you know how to get the snowmen. If you know how to get the snowmen, they'll give you blue coins, and that's always good. So I don't feel like it's too bad. Sure, it might be easy to die, maybe, but I feel like it's not like you're at risk of falling off. It's just there are a lot of enemies, and there is cold water. So it's okay. It's not like a fun 100 coin star, but it's really not that bad. I would put it probably here, maybe. Okay. Wet Dry World. Shocking arrow lifts. This one's fine. You just like maybe raise the water levels a little bit, and then you just like do some small amount of platforming, or even just a long jump. Get the star. It's not too big of a deal. I don't know if I would say it's fun, but it's not bad. Definitely not bad. I would put it towards lower okay. Yeah. I don't know. Would I put Bowser in the Fire Sea higher? I don't know. I'm just trying to think about in terms of both of the Bowser levels. I don't know if they're actually that far apart in my head, but I don't know. Anyways, this one I believe is Top of the Town, and with that one you just basically manipulate the water levels a little more if you have to, and just get to the top. Now, the problem I have with at the top of the town is there's that really narrow wooden bar, and like I feel like the camera changes as you move across the bar, and there's the electricity things moving around there. It's really easy to just fall off and just mess up there. Yeah, maybe is not the most fun I've had platforming, but it's still, I think it's a good fun way to just like get used to the layout of Wet Dry World. Still, nonetheless. So I'd say it's okay. Thinking about it a bit more, yeah, I'd probably put Bowser in the Fire Sea at least a little higher. But yeah. These are the secrets in the Wet Dry World. The secrets are, I don't want to say they're easy or hard. They're kind of just there. You go around the town enough and you're going to find them. But it maybe if you have 4 of the 5, it can maybe be quite hard to find that last secret. This one's pretty neutral. I don't really have a lot to say about it. You just go around and get the secrets. This one, you just gotta go fast. It takes you down. You do the wall jump and then you get up. I don't know. But now the thing you have to do with this level, with this star specifically, is you have to have the lowered water levels, and then you have to climb up to the top of this cage with the lowered water level, which is not as easy. Because normally, if you have higher water levels, you could just like use that like curved platform that like takes you upwards. But that's not so much the case, and I think you have to use the heave hose, or maybe you can get away with using a triple jump. Or if you happen to have like the cannon open, which maybe you might have the cannon open because of like if you do the star to get to the top of the town, maybe you're gonna make your way over to the Shy Guy, or not Shy Guy. What am I saying? The pink Bob-omb. The pink Bob-omb that opens up the cannon. So if you have the cannon, this probably becomes easier. But it's still it's an added challenge, I guess, because you have to make it to the higher points of the town without raising the water levels, because you have to have the lowest water level or something to get to this star. It's definitely interesting. I would put it in okay or maybe even good. Yeah, probably would put it in good. I think it's fine. I think it's good. This one is the red coins in that like other area of Wet Dry World, and I feel like just noticing that there's another area of Wet Dry World that you can even get to is not super easy, and you have to be really observant. And a lot of people probably aren't going to be so observant about that. And so, yeah, that's its own ordeal of itself. And then you just have to actually like get the red coins there, which requires a lot of like triple jumps and or wall jumps or backflips or whatever. And I mean, that can be fun, but I just feel like the amount of height that you need to amass while getting the red coins it's a bit much. And I don't think the things needed to be as high up as they were. So I'm going to say not for me. Probably around there. I don't know. And this one is kind of the same thing, except instead of having to get red coins, you just have to do the Vanish Cap and get to this place with the star in time, which shouldn't be too bad. This one is more neutral, although still maybe not for me, because just noticing that there's another area of Wet Dry World you can get to is not that obvious. Maybe I'll put it here. Now, 100 coins in Wet Dry World is actually, I feel like it's quite easy. There's a lot of enemies, and the blue coins really aren't that tight. I don't think. Like, I don't remember having any trouble at all getting the 100 coins in this one. So, I feel like this one's fairly good. Do I want to say it's better than Cool Mountain 100 coins? Maybe. Probably just put it there. Like, yeah. I don't know. And yeah, I might have to move some of these into fun and some of these into super fun. I don't know. I at least feel like this one definitely could end up in super fun tier later on. To the Tall Mountain. Okay, well, I'm talking about super fun ones. This one is like to the top of Womp's Fortress, but I feel like it's even more fun. I don't know. I just like the Tall Mountain. Well, do I like this one more? I'm not sure. I'm thinking I'll probably put both of these in super fun. This one, I guess what I was saying about Bob-omb Battlefield, you run around a bit more, and with Tall Mountain there is some running around and not so much jumping around, but I feel like it's fun still. I feel like moving around Tall Tall Mountain is more fun than moving around Bob-omb Battlefield, in my opinion. I don't know. I feel like both of these are really fun, super fun. But I am still thinking, well, maybe this one is still my favorite of these that I've covered so far. Secret of the Monkey's Cage, you essentially just make it to the top again, and then you catch the monkey. And catching the monkey can be a little annoying, but as long as you're patient, you're going to get it eventually, right? You should have gotten MIPS at this point. I think it's still fun because you climb the mountain. I don't know. I mean, these other ones are fun too, so I don't know where I'd put this exactly, but probably around there. Red coins. Now it is a little treacherous going around these shrooms and stuff, but I still think it's fun. It's a fun time getting these red coins. I like doing it. Yeah. Tall Tall Mountain just has fun stars to me. This one, which I believe is you do the slide in the Mysterious Mountainside. The slide is lots of fun. It might be the hardest slide, but I do like it the most. So, I don't know if I would put it above these two, but it is fun. The thing about Mysterious Mountainside though is you actually climb a lot of the mountain, and then you do a slide. I would actually, now that I think about it, yeah, you climb the mountain, which is fun on its own, and then you do a fun slide. I think this is a lot of fun. Although, I guess if you do happen to die, you just spawn at the start of the slide. It's whatever though. Like it's still, I really enjoy the slide. If that wasn't obvious, like I like it, and so I think it's a great star. It might be my favorite star of these so far. It probably is. This one, now, it's essentially you just climb the mountain and then just make the jump into the waterfall there. You are supposed to hit a switch and have the box there. It's still maybe not a super easy jump, but I still feel like it's fun. And the thing with Tall Tall Mountain is that most of the time, if you happen to mess up, you're not gonna like die. You're just gonna fall to a lower area and then just have to climb more of it, which I think climbing the mountain is fun. So this one is a fun one. I might even just put it there. I just really like Tall Tall Mountain stars. This is my hot take. I don't know why I like climbing the Tall Tall Mountain so much more than like climbing, I don't know. I mean, Womp's Fortress is fun, but like I don't know about the other levels as much. But I just really like climbing Tall Tall Mountain. It's great. This one, Blasted Lonely Mushroom. Now, you can always just jump down from above. You could also take the cannon and make a cannon shot. Either way, this one's, I'd say it's good or okay. Maybe I'd put it here. I don't know. This one is the 100 coins on Tall Tall Mountain. And there's a lot of coins on the slide. And you could also redo the slide if you need to. Because, yeah, I mean, it might be easy to die on the slide. I have no idea how easy it is to die for most players. I mean, I guess the more you do it, the easier it becomes, right? But, yeah. And there's also, especially if you get the red coins, you know. Like, okay, sure, red coins on the mushrooms are a bit treacherous, but as long as you just, like, I don't know. If I don't know what I'm trying to say here. Maybe it is a little harder to get the coins, 100 coins. But I think it's fun because you get to do the mountain, and you get to climb up it, and you get to go down the slide, and I just really enjoy it. Would I say it's the best? I don't know, but I do enjoy it. I am going to make this hot take and say this 100 coin star is super fun. Yeah. So now you can see why Tall Tall Mountain is my favorite level in this game. And I hope that I've done at least a decent job of conveying why I like Tall Tall Mountain so much. Um, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe I've just been rambling nonsense this whole time. Who knows? Tiny Huge Island. Collect the piranha flowers. I'm not a huge fan of the piranhas like shooting fire at you, but I guess that's kind of just what they've always done in the Mario series. I can't really complain too much about it, can I? You just get out of the way, but and I guess you can't stomp on their heads. You have to like hit the like stem of the piranha plant flower. It's okay, but it's not like I wouldn't say it's for me personally. This one is to the top of the huge island, and well, I did mention that I like climbing, like Tall Tall Mountain. This one's fun. Where do I put it? Here? Here? I'd probably put it there. It's good fun, I would say. Rematch with Cooper the Quake. This one is not too bad. I mean, it is harder because Cooper the Quake just got them fast shoes. I don't remember it being too bad. I mean, there is that windy, like you're getting pushed off of that bridge at that certain point, but overall, I don't feel like it's too hard, and it's kind of just it's good. Yeah. 5 itty bitty secrets. The thing is, when you're big Mario on the island, it is a lot easier to fall off the island and just mess up. And that happened to me a couple of times. I don't know. I don't exactly like being the big Mario on Tiny Huge Island. Um, so, yeah, this one is not for me, really. Probably put it there. Actually, probably put that there. Anyways, yeah. Wiggler's red coins. Now, the thing is, just getting into this room is quite a process. At least what I've ended up needing to do is make yourself or like, get yourself over to the cannon on when you're a tiny Mario. Get yourself over to the cannon and shoot yourself to the tree, and then make yourself go across this super narrow wooden thing that's really easy to just fall off, in my opinion. And then in here, it's super easy to just mess up one of the jumps. These jumps are quite hard. Needless to say, I do not like it much. Maybe there, but I didn't really like this star. Make Wiggler squirm. Now with this one, you have to be Big Mario, make it to the top of the island, and then you have to know to ground pound the top of the island to make the water drain. Then you have to become Small Mario, climb the island, and then make it into here and fight the Wiggler. It is quite a process. It is not at all easy to figure out. I don't like it. Dare I say it's horrible? I don't know. I definitely did not like it. I think I am going to say it's horrible. I just don't like what you're supposed to do in this. Like, it doesn't feel like it's a puzzle that you're supposed to figure out. It doesn't feel like you're supposed to be observant or anything. Like, I guess with Watch for Rolling Rocks here, if you're observant, you'll notice it. But, like, this is something where it's like, you have to, like, really just happen upon the correct circumstances to get this one. I don't like it. I don't like what you have to do. And I don't feel like it's a good star. Just gonna say that. 100 coins in Tiny Huge Island. Now, the thing with Tiny Huge Island is that you can ground pound the big Goombas for blue coins. However, I did not know that when I did this casually, and as such, I didn't like it as much. And I was trying to do stuff as Big Mario, and I just kept falling off the island because I was Big Mario. And yeah, I did not particularly like this one. Probably goes there. I think I'd put, oh, maybe. I might put Shifting Sand 900 coins there. Yeah, I definitely, I don't think I minded the wing cap as much as this one. This one is not as much fun. So maybe some of these will end up going in the horrible tier. MIPS 2, when you get 50 stars, now you get access to the third floor, and you also get access to MIPS 2. This one is just the same as MIPS 1, although perhaps a bit more favorable because at this point you're probably better with movement and better with catching MIPS, and so just slightly better because it's going to be hopefully easier the second time through, but who knows. And Toad, I'm going to put this right above here. It becomes, I guess, in my opinion, it's a little better later in the game when if all you have left is hard stars and you get this easy star, I feel like it's just like nice. It feels better, I guess. I don't know. Tick-tock clock. Roll into the cage. This one's fun. I'm gonna say my hot take of the day. Tick-tock clock is incredibly fun. Is it hard? Yes. Is it easy to mess up and just fall off and die? Yes. But it is super fun to me. I really just like the platforming in this one. And sure, maybe this comes from my background as a Celeste speedrunner, but I just really like the platforming in Tick-tock clock, and I think Roll into the Cage is a good intro to the level because you get introduced to Tick-tock clock, but you don't have to do all of it. You don't have to climb all the way to the top right off the bat, and I think that is fine. And you just get this star, and it's not too bad. It really, I don't think it is that bad. The later stars in Tick-tock clock are definitely worse. But yeah, it is fun. And the pit and the pendulums, you do even more climbing. You go a little higher. My main issue with the pit and the pendulums is that this like little jagged platform towards the end, it's not like connected to the other platforms, and you can't just walk off of one platform onto here. Because if you try walking off, you're just going to fall, and that's going to either hurt or it's going to kill you. And sure, if you're observant, you could notice from the side that it's not connected, but I definitely don't like getting right to the, like, right before the star and then falling and just messing up. Like, so this one is less fun. It's still good, because you're climbing Tick-tock clock, but not. That's just my main issue with it. But that's like a kind of a small nitpick. Get a hand. This one essentially do the same thing as Roll into a Cage, except you can either stand on this hand here, or you can just make a jump like from right above Roll into the Cage into that star. I think it's fun. Maybe not as fun as that one, but it's still fun. I think it's good. Yeah. Stomp on the Thwomp. This one, you have to make it essentially to the very top of the level. And while it is more treacherous, I still think it is super fun just going around Tick-tock clock. And I just really like, maybe a lot of players hated all the obstacles in Tick-tock clock and stuff, but I just really like the obstacles and everything in Tick-tock clock. It's just fun to move around, I think. This one, you make it pretty close to the top and you go off up on these other ones. I don't exactly remember this one that much differently than Stomp on the Thwomp, but it is still fun, I would say. Maybe even super fun. I'd probably put it above this slide, yeah. I don't know. I like climbing on TikTok clock. What can I say? Stop time for 8 red coins. This one's okay. You know, I'd probably put it in good tier ish, somewhere like there, probably. Yeah. You just have to notice the fact that like when you enter TikTok clock at different times, that'll change the speed of how fast everything goes, and you can even get it to stop and not move. Then you can get the 8 red coins. It's not really a big deal at that point, but I still think it's good. 100 coins in TikTok clock. This one, I may have struggled with it more than with the other stars because there's just you have to focus a lot more on getting all the points and stuff. But it's essentially just you climb to the top where you do Stomp on the Thwomp, but then you also just collect coins along the way. It doesn't seem like, sure, it's harder, but like it doesn't seem unfair. As far as 100 coin stars go, it's not like, okay, you do want to be careful about the blue coins. You want to get those. That's like the hardest thing about this star, honestly, is those blue coins. But as long as you get those blue coins, it's not going to be really hard at all to miss coins. At least I don't think. I didn't feel like I was ever like in trouble or at risk of not getting enough coins. I just got to the top and ended up with 100 and well, I didn't. I could have gotten. I think. I think I could have gone further even. Anyways, this one, it's all just a matter of make it to the top, get all the blue coins, and just don't fall. And just get one attempt where you don't fall the whole time. Which, sure, that's probably easier said than done, but I still think it's fun. Despite that, despite any time that I felt like I had a fun time playing TikTok clock. Rainbow Ride. This one. Oh, is this one the cruiser? You get to the cruiser, which means this is the one where you go, like, to Mario's left. I guess the carpet comes, and then there's like one to the left and one to the right from where the carpet's coming from that perspective. Then you just go around spiraling platforms and the thing with Rainbow Ride is that it does seem like an auto scroller, right? But I don't think it's that bad of an auto scroller. There's obviously a lot more opportunities to just fall and die, but there's definitely a way to recover from several mistakes. Like, sure, some mistakes you aren't going to recover from, but there's a lot of mistakes that you can recover from and just try things again. I think Rainbow Ride is forgiving in that sense. Rainbow Ride, it is hard. It is definitely a hard level, but it is not unforgiving. I think there's a lot of opportunities to mess up and try again without dying. And so I think it's fine. And yeah, maybe the magic carpets are a little slow and boring at points, but overall, I don't feel like it's that boring. And I don't know if it would be any better if it was faster. If the carpets were faster, it would just be more difficult to make stuff in time, I think. But that's my overall thoughts on Rainbow Ride. This one is fine. It's good, I would say. Probably put it there. This one, you go to the right. Well, the camera's probably going to be making it look so like you go to the one to the left, but it's as the carpet approaches, it's the one on the right. And then it'll take you up to this like house sort of thing with a fireplace, and it shoots the fire, and it's really easy to just get hit by the fire and lose all that progress, but you can still make it back to the bottom or whatever and try again, if you're focused, I guess. Um, but this one is a bit longer, and I would even say it's a bit more boring than the other one where you get to the cruiser across the rainbow. So maybe I would rank this one a little lower. But it's still, I feel like overall Rainbow Ride, it's like it keeps the carpet rides at least a little interesting. I didn't feel like it was horrible. I didn't have a horrible experience playing through Rainbow Ride. That's just me. 8 red coins. This one is lots of fun. I really liked the red coins in the maze. Because at that point, then it's not really that you don't really have any risk of dying. It's just you do a whole lot of like wall jumps and backflips and side flips and whatnot through the maze. It's just fun. It's just platforming and it's fun. I honestly, I'd probably put it here. Although I don't know if I would put this above that. Maybe, but it's fun. Swinging in the Breeze. Now this one doesn't require you to take a magic carpet, and so it could go faster because of that. I would say it is more fun than just waiting on the carpets, probably. So probably put it around there. That one's a fun one. Tricky Triangles. This was good. I really enjoyed this one. Sure, it's very tight. The movement that you have to do has to be quite optimal there. But I don't feel like it's unfair, right? If you are familiar with Mario's movement, I don't feel like it's an unfair tight timer. It is going to be a little difficult, but at this point in the game, you should be familiar enough with Mario's movement that it shouldn't be that bad. And at the end of the day, you're not really at that big of a risk of dying, I don't think. You just get up and try again, if you happen to not get the timing on this one. So this one is very fun. Probably put it there, honestly. And then this one, honestly, it feels like what was the cruiser atop the rainbow or whatever. This one right here, except with like an extra step of you make a cannon shot, and it's really not that interesting. It's basically doing the same star twice, I feel like. And so I would put that here, maybe here. I don't know. I don't feel like it's as, I don't know. It's just an extra step to this that is maybe not as fun. And this one is the 100 coins in Rainbow Ride. Probably the hardest 100 coin star, although even then, I feel like Shifting Sandland and Dire Dire Docks are kind of hard on their own. But this one, you have to be really, really good with your movement. As always with Rainbow Ride, it is easy to just make a mistake and fall to your doom. And the other thing is that there's like 4 different routes you can go in Rainbow Ride, and you have to like think about where you want to go to get the coins. Definitely want to go to the red coins maze, and there's the blue coins next to the red coins maze, and those blue coins are really easy to mess up. It's incredibly easy to just not get all the blue coins in time, and if you don't get enough blue coins, it might even be impossible. I don't know how many coins there are in Rainbow Ride. It definitely becomes harder for sure if you don't get all of them. So yeah, you want to be really good with the wall jumps there to get all of the blue coins there. You also want to be really methodical about where you go in Rainbow Ride to get all those 100 coins. So it is quite an ordeal. So maybe isn't as fun as these other ones in Rainbow Ride, but I would even say it is probably even better than, well, I don't know if it would be better than an individual star because you're kind of just doing the routes of a few of them. But you still do the red coins maze, and I think that brings it up from this star here. So I would even venture to say it's like it belongs here. That's a hot take if I've ever seen one. But that's where I'm at. Okay. Over the Rainbows. This one is really easy to mess up as well. And the thing that really sucks about the star is that if you happen to fall, which is very likely, then you just respawn like at the outside of the castle, and you have to make your way all the way back to the third floor and enter that again, and only to probably fail the next attempt. And it's really not easy to figure out the routing that you want to be taking for those red coins, and it's easy to like you're doing stuff with the wing cap, and with the way the wing cap works is that you're essentially like you have a ceiling that you can't really go above, essentially, and so you want to think about all of that, and it's like really easy to just mess up. It's really easy to like try to ground pound onto a cloud or whatever and be off or something like that. It's just it's a time for sure. I'm gonna say I didn't like it much. Probably even around here. No, I would say this is worse than wing cap red coins because it's essentially doing red coins with the wing cap, but it's even more horrible. Like, yeah. Probably there is where I'd put it for my ranking. Now, Bowser in the Sky, red coins. Bowser in the Sky as a level, I think, was really fun. And the red coins aren't really that much worse. You just go to more areas. And there is the 8th red coin, which if you don't know about where it is at the end, then it kind of just has you freaking out about, wait, where's this last red coin that I missed? I think that's kind of funny. I also never had to deal with that in the panic sense, so I never had the negative effect of it. I just had the funny side of, oh, haha, there's this final coin back here. But yeah, I feel like Bowser in the Sky is just, it's a fun level. Yeah. It's just fun, and it's actually not that bad. It's not that punishing if you fall. Most of the time, you can still land on a lower platform and make it back if you happen to fall. So I'd probably put it there. Yeah. So I don't know if I want Bowser and the Fire Sea to be this slow compared to these other Bowser levels, because they do seem kind of the same in my mind, although I definitely don't think I like it as much as the other two. Anyways, I do want to like fix up these tiers just because I don't like these two being here and this one being here. So I'm just going to I'm going to set these aside because these were actually not that fun to me. This wing cap one, it's one where I just didn't like it. I didn't like how tight it was, but you just try it over and over. It's not like you have to do this big, long process and stuff to make it back there. You don't even lose lives, I don't think. So, yeah. But these, all 6 of these were just not that fun to me, and I don't like them. So I'm going to say they were, I guess, horrible, maybe. I might even just like put these here as I didn't like it. I just want a little more in the didn't like tiers. Just I like things being a bit more even. Anyways, so yeah, did I like Tricky Triangles more than TikTok Clock 100 star or 100 coins? Maybe. I very well could have, because Tricky Triangles is fun. I think I would put it there actually, and then just like put this in good, put that there. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, this is probably about what I would say. Of course, some of this still might change. Individual positions of these stars might be different, more or less. But I hope that I've been able to explain my thoughts on these stars throughout this video, and I hope I haven't been too boring with my ramblings. Yeah, this is this has been basically how I rank all of the stars in Mario 64. And yeah, thanks for watching.